My name is Jennifer Bonacorsi, and I'm the founder and president of jBloom. And thank you so much for coming on tonight to learn more about our company. So as I began my business, I was a mom with 4 girls, and I was actually just looking for a creative outlet for myself. So I just started learning how to make jewelry. And from there, what started happening is I started to wear my jewelry everywhere that I would go, and I was selling it off of myself. And as that kept growing and growing, my neighbor was so kind, and she said, "You know what, Jen, I will have your very first party." And I thought, seriously? This was just going to be a little thing for me to do while my husband traveled and my girls were taking a nap, and I was just going to have fun making jewelry for myself. But it turned into so much more. So after that first party, women started wanting to do what I was doing, and it was just amazing. So I started in my basement, and I started training ladies on how to make jewelry and also how to have parties. And through all of that, a sisterhood was built, helping other women. We were having a community of women that just loved to help each other. And through all of that, also, we were building leaders. So, ladies who had no idea that they had that in them, and it was happening. And so, it was so much fun. But after 7 years of, actually 7 years ago, I realized that there was a group of women out there that I was missing, because they actually did not want to learn how to make jewelry, but they wanted to wear our jewelry, wanted to sell our jewelry, and share the jBloom opportunity, but making it wasn't a thing for them. And so through all of that and learning more about these women, I realized that it was time to change the dynamic of our company, and that's when jBloom was born. And so I want to share with you how I came up with that name, because I absolutely love the name jBloom, because bloom definition is the period of greatest productivity and prosperity cultivated for its beauty. We want our women to be prosperous, we want them to be productive, and we have beautiful things in our jewelry, but we also have a really beautiful, amazing designers out sharing the jBloom experience. And so it was a perfect name. And then I put the J in front of it for jewelry. A lot of people thought the J was for Jennifer, but it was for jewelry in the beginning. And then I wrote it for the very first time. And the first 3 letters of jBloom were my monogram. And that just sold it for me. I thought, you know what a perfect name for our company, because we do personalization, we do a lot with monograms. So it was the perfect name. And so as I began now designing jewelry and having it manufactured all across the country, and then it's brought right to jBloom, but then we also do all of our personalization in our corporate office. And so over the years, women all across the country with jBloom are having parties, thousands of parties all across the country, and it's been just so much fun to see how jBloom has been growing. It's our way to connect with women through parties and online. And through our time right now that we're going through, the online presence is just growing daily. And it's just so much fun to have that extra tool to be able to share and connect with women all across the country, if it's going to be in the home or online. And so it's just been super fun to see how that's been happening. And then we are a family-owned business. So if you were to just peek in the jBloom corporate office, you would probably find my 4 daughters somewhere throughout the corporate office working. They come to work mostly during the summer, after school, or if you were to come to conference, you would definitely see them running around and helping us wherever we need them to help. And so I absolutely love that my daughters love the jewelry aspect of jBloom, but they absolutely love all of you too. And they love being a part and seeing that. And then what has been awesome for me is to see their passion to want to help other people, because they've seen it through what the jBloom experience is. And so But when it comes to numbers, that's when I check out. I am not a numbers girl. I'm the creative outlet. But the guy that lives with all 5 of us girls, he's the numbers guy. And that is my husband, Brett. And so it's been awesome because when jBloom was really flourishing, he was able to leave corporate America and join me. And so I am the creative girl. He is the numbers guy. We make the perfect team. And with that, I'm going to introduce to you Brett Bonacorsi.
Yeah, thanks, Jen. It truly has been awesome watching you bloom and see you change personally and professionally over these years and what you've done with jBloom. But it's also been so fun watching all the women that you're helping and seeing them bloom now. I get to see changes on a daily basis, which is just awesome. As you mentioned, I had a chance to be in corporate America and be with Fortune 500 companies, and I am so thankful for that time, and it was a blessing. And I was able to have a lot of success there. But I just didn't feel like I was making a difference. I was bottom line, I was selling a candy bar or some pharmaceuticals. It just wasn't the same. But at jBloom, I get to see that every day. I get to see the difference that we're making every day, and that's exciting. And now more than ever, jBloom has the opportunity to truly make a difference and help people. With everything going on, we truly can be an awesome light with everything that's going on and help people where they are right now. So that's one of the reasons, as the numbers guy, we look at it and we said, okay, how can we make a difference? That's why we decided to lower the price of our full standard starter kit with tons of jewelry and all the training and social media training you need for a time like this. We decided to start that now. So in the month of May, we are lowering that starter kit from $199 down to $99 to help get people started. So we wanted to help eliminate any barrier for anyone that says, okay, is this really right for me? Hopefully this will make it affordable to everybody so that we can truly help them. See, one thing I learned a long time ago is that you want to surround yourself with awesome people. And see, that is exactly what we have here at jBloom. It's kind of our secret to success. See, because we have, first of all, the most awesome designers all across the country. Nothing makes me more proud than to see how they support, uplift, and encourage each other. So I know from corporate America, that's not normal. And it is normal at jBloom. And that's something that we're very proud of. We truly are surrounded by some awesome. It also goes for our corporate staff, right? We have an incredible group of people working with us. When we hit the Inc. 5000 list for the fastest growing private companies 3 years in a row, and we knew we needed to surround ourselves with even more smart people, right? And so that's where we started looking and say, we want to keep this success going. That's one of the reasons we partnered with Gary Wright. Gary's on the call tonight, and so he is one of the founding partners of a corporate team that helped a direct selling co from launch to $200 million faster than pretty much any other company had ever done at the time. See, and Gary's also just spent his life helping women brands flourish. Through his years at Southern Living, working with Martha Stewart, Jenny Craig, William Sonoma, Pottery Barn, all women brands that he's helped really flourish. That's what he spent his career doing. So we're so excited to have him helping and joining with us here at jBloom. And with that, I'll pass it over to Gary.
Thank you, Brad, and thank you, Jen. And you are exactly right. I spent so many years of my life actually falling into just sort of a lottery win because I fell into looking for stories and looking for people who were making a difference in their communities, whether they were chefs, whether they owned a business, whether they made home decor products or artwork, or they were designers. My life was spent in my early career in finding those people and giving them a voice to share to others. Well, the beauty of that was somewhere along the way, we learned that we wanted to launch a business to allow women to partner with us and to be able to sell items that we would exclusively make from them based on our experience from people that we had met, designers that we had met, and the look that at that time Southern Living represented. And it did not take me long to realize that the gold mine and the lottery win for me was to be able to find women who had a passion for what they do, because that is a unique and intuitive group of people that I have seen take business from zero to the stratosphere because they have a belief in themselves, but more importantly, they have an ability, an innate ability to connect to other people. So I learned the business of direct selling a little later in my career, but I learned the beauty of it was it allows people to connect and to share items and hopes and dreams through a business. And as Brett mentioned, all of us have been in corporate America at different parts of the past, and corporate America is not always known for being able to support and uplift people unless you're in a really, really fine company. But direct selling, I saw a different aspect. I saw women who bonded together, would teach other women how to do what they did that would make a difference in the lives of both their families and countless others who might join them in that endeavor. But you first have to start with someone who has a mission, someone who has a purpose that's a really big purpose. And that's where, in my past years, linking with women who founded their own companies and seeing what their mission was, I saw something very similar in what Jen was opening through the object of jewelry. Her jewelry has a message, it has a positive message of hope, and it also allows a business model for women to improve their lives. And as Brett mentioned earlier, I think right now, what all of us have endured in the last couple of months and really are still enduring, if there's any product that gives a message of hope and any business that gives an opportunity to the number of Americans who absolutely have no way of income right now, then you've hit something that is really special. And jBloom has been an answer for so many, and particularly during this time that we're in right now. But one of the greatest gifts for me has been not only to see women start their own businesses, but when I first started in direct sales is to have women who started for the first time, had no experience in the business. They learned it from the ground up, but I was able to watch them change their lives and their lives of their family, not just over a period of a year, 5 years, or 10 years, but even over 2 decades. And one of those was a young mother who probably sat in a different format than being online as we are today, but she was in a small hotel auditorium learning about you can have a business that can impact your family's life. She listened to that message. She had lots of questions. She got those questions answered, and she linked arms with other women and with us corporately who could help her reach her dreams. And so now, many years later, no one is a better testament to being a woman in the field to see what a difference can be made than Allison Line from Texas. And we're glad to have Allison on our team, who's also head of training and teaching the women at jBloom how to achieve and do the things that she's so familiar step by step of making happen. So Allison, thanks for being on the call, and it's been a pleasure to watch your success over the years. So share with us in the group tonight.
Oh, thank you so much, Gary. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm really the lucky one because I've gotten a chance to see both sides of this business. I've been in the sales field and I've been able to kind of take the corporate side and see both aspects. But like Gary said, as a young mom, I sat in your seat. And he's right. It wasn't a seat on a Zoom call, or it wasn't a seat on social media, but it was a seat in an auditorium just listening and wondering, what is this all about? And I took a chance and I decided to dive in and give this thing a try. And I spent the next 10 years out there doing parties. I fell madly in love with this business opportunity. I learned to identify the needs of women. I learned to empower women, and that was such a special gift for me to see a woman who really struggled with her self-worth and all of a sudden turn around and she's speaking at a conference. That was one of my favorite parts. I also was able to model being a strong woman for my children. I could be home with them and I could still have a great business. And I built a multi-million-dollar business straight from my house with 3 little kids under the age of 4 is when I started. So it was a little crazy. My business helped me to build part of our dream home. It helped pay for a 28-day European vacation for a family of 5. It paid for lots of private lessons for all 3 of my little musicians, put away money for college. I can't count the number of cleats and athletic wear that I supported with my business. But more importantly, I learned that women need women. A long time ago, that's the way that the world was made. Women were in communities and supporting each other, and now more than ever, we're more isolated, and especially today, really isolated. But women need other women, and when we are connected, we are powerful and encouraging to the world. So after 10 years of being out there and doing those parties in the sales field, I moved to the corporate side of things and worked sales strategy, team development and training. And I've actually spent the last 10 years on the corporate side. And it's given me a completely new perspective. So I want to share a little bit about that with you. You know, what makes jBloom really special? Well, first and foremost, you've already heard from our owners. I love that it's a privately owned company. They're really building this to pass down to their children. And they're willing to listen to experts in the field like Gary, who has been there, done this, and built many amazing companies. So I love that it's privately owned. Also the size. We are still a very small company and we're just taking off. We have under 2,000 designers, and that means there's so much room for growth. So it's really kind of a ground floor opportunity to dive into this growth and development. What also makes us special is our product. We have a product that's very portable, right? It's jewelry, so it's small, it's not heavy. It has an amazing price point that is going to be available to any person. We have items for $10 and all the way up into the hundreds, so we hit everyone. The personalization is key to making it special, and especially, Gary mentioned this, right now, the personalization is everything. You can tell a story, you can share a message of meaning, and our product has a huge purpose. It helps women change lives, and that's just no joke. I've seen so many lives changed from this type of a business. We also have an incredible profit opportunity. We pay out 40% commission on the night of the party, and that is a really significant commission in this industry. That means on our average $600 party, you're bringing home $240 the night of your party. And we have an unlimited income opportunity as you build a team up to 4 levels deep. We also offer subscriptions, which means you can have, we have our Bloom box and we have our earring extravaganza. So as people sign up for subscriptions, you're getting a monthly income automatically because it's charged every single month as they're getting that beautiful jewelry box in the mail every single month. We also pay out bonuses and our own hostess. All the hostess rewards are paid by the company and all the credit card processing fees. More than any of that, I'd say jBloom is different because of the community. I have never seen a more supportive, amazing group of designers. And we recognize each other, we grasp hands, we get through the hard stuff together, and we are there for each other. And there is literally no better place to get that kind of community and support than jBloom. And lastly, we've got some great momentum going. Believe it or not, in a really crazy time, we just had one of our best months ever. We are growing, we are blowing, and we want you with us. And I believe that's because today we need one another more than ever before. So I want to encourage you to reach out to the designer who invited you on this exact call tonight, and just to kind of watch, reach out to her. She'll answer any questions that you have, and she'll be able to tell you firsthand how jBloom has completely changed her life. And I just want to say, you know, for $99, you really don't have anything to lose. I thought that I'd never sold a Girl Scout cookie, so I really didn't think that this would be the thing for me when I got into this type of business. But I kind of feel like when you're trying something new, it's kind of like trying on a good pair of shoes. You have to just try them on for size and walk around a little bit and see if these are really going to work for you. But we welcome you. We'd love to have you join us into our community of sisterhood with beautiful personalized jewelry and this incredible team of women. And men, Brett and Gary, to support you. So thanks so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.